Some of what?
It's sexy on you.
It's a little tight.
Ooh, that might be an awkward start.
It's sexy.
I wonder if they got that. Just to be what sexy on you.
Lots of comments. Hey everybody. Are those people talking before we started?
Is somebody actually wanting to talk about this and not the debate? Because I figured we're fighting against the debate right now.
Is there a debate?
Vice presidential debate, yeah.
The two VPs?
Mm-hmm. No, one VP and one hoping to be a VP. Biden, or not Biden. Harris versus...
Is that just because some dude's sick? Is that
No, that's what's scheduled.
Okay.
Oh, I guess we do have like a few people, you guys. Oh, thanks for the reel, Corey. Congratulations on the reel, bud. Wow. Oh, God. No, God. Yes, no politics. No politics. But we were just talking that I'm surprised all you guys are tuning in. You guys should be watching the debate right now. Apparently, you guys still want to watch fishing, so we'll be here. Oh, wow. We already have over 200 of you in here. So, okay. Got it. You guys know the drill. As you can see, tuning in from Woo-Town. What's up, Dylan? Sal, yeah, it's not 6:30. That's like our deal. We have to get in here, and I'll be honest with you, I was super late to the podcast tonight.
I was late too.
I was late. I'll admit it, but we have to get the podcast in. We try to dedicate one night a week so we all get together and get out this content and talk to you guys just to keep, I don't know,
the ball rolling.
Going. Yeah, for you guys, because
keep
you guys
going
enjoy
downhill.
it and you guys support it, and so here we are. So
and we appreciate the heck out of that.
Yeah. Watching from Kelso, Vancouver. Let's see here. On the Rogue River. Oh, on the R River. Sacramento, Marine. 470-311. Cedro Woolley. Lansing, Michigan. That's right. Killing the co-host from Tacoma.
Nice.
BG, Battleground. Brent Perry, my hometown. Lewiston, Idaho. Love Jordan's challenge video.
Yeah.
Was that the hook challenge or the no eating?
The
no eating challenge.
The almost starving challenge. And that's funny because
need more 48-hour challenges. That was awesome.
Well, that's what I asked the people in that video towards the end there. I said, let me know what kind of like climates and places and like where do you let us know, comment below with where you want to see us do these challenges, because we went out to the desert to a river with a lot of fish and multiple species, but it would be cool to like have somebody invite us to go do one in like the southern part of the U.S. where it's like you have to survive on an entirely different style of food and
fun.
Different things like that. I think it'd be cool. It'd be a cool thing to like kind of just one up. There's a lot of these 48-hour challenges out there on YouTube. It's kind of a trend right now, and it'd be cool to kind of one up people and like go out of your element. I knew that river. I knew what I was doing. I knew where I was going.
But you still starved. You said.
I still had a hard time eating, but it would be cool to go somewhere I really didn't know and with a little butter and some dog food and
butter and dog food
and some seasonings.
You hear that little? It might be a bad day if he gets hungry.
Yeah, no.
He's got the butter.
We would eat Sean first.
Oh, okay, yeah, understand. Completely understandable. Yeah,
he'd be easier to take down.
Little's awesome.
Little's too fast.
Little's awesome.
Yeah.
Arizona Trout. Like, thank you guys for tuning in. For those of you guys that don't know the drill, let us know where you're tuning in from. We'll select a winner for the first prize pack. And you know what? Since we're going to be talking about what to do when these rains come, because, I mean, these rains are going to move fish. They're going to move fish out of your area and move fish in other areas. They're going to make some, hopefully they're going to dirty some waters up, talk a little bit about, like, conditions and clarity issues, and hopefully.
I'm stoked.
Oh, I'm
pretty stoked. I don't know about all you people out there. I don't know if you're in the Northwest or the western part of the United States. We've had some good salmon fishing already this year on most areas, all the way up and down the coast. Oregon, Washington. I don't think Idaho's fishing a lot, but California's even seeing good fish. And we've had one good rain of the season so far, and we've been riding that out for a couple weeks. And we have some good forecasted weather coming up for fishing. So
yeah, I feel like it was just enough just to get some fish into the systems, but I mean, just knowing some of the big waters and some of the lower tribs that we've been fishing, it's like they're still buttoning up. Like, I mean, there's some fish moving through. If you have some big like hydropower controlled areas, some bigger rivers where fish can just move on the fly, but a lot of these little coastal streams, a lot of these little coastal fish. A lot of these fish have been stacking up in the bays and some of the lower rivers, and still honestly just sitting out a little bit offshore. But they're going to move
in the ocean. I mean, every fish I'm catching lately. In my opinion, I saw like clockwork again over the last week or two. Just the relation of these fish's migration and even biting to the moon phase. You know, we had some good tides. We had good water in some particular areas. And we saw fishing all week kind of just bounce up and down with that. But, you know, nothing's like a little bit of rain.
Yeah.
So,
Brent Perry, I think they try to leave that weir in as long as they can. I didn't know they had. Yeah, I'm not sure on that one exactly. And YouTube isn't live. Comment so they can see. This is live, Cameron. I'm as live as you get right now.
joke's on you.
Yeah. Chris Payne, you know what's funny? You said you wanted to see an egg loop knot to attach skein to the hook. It's actually funny because I was going to sit here and actually tie a bunch of leaders for tomorrow because I chewed them up today. So, and yeah. What are you going to say, Charles?
Oh, I just heard the weirs. I thought, remember we were talking locally here?
Mm-hmm.
That usually doesn't happen until like here soon, like mid-October.
Mid-October? Gotcha.
Yeah, that thing come out.
Yep. Super Chat 299. When it's raining, it smells fishy outside. Sure?
Indeed.
Yes, sir. No. Oh, wait. It's saying not on YouTube, no feed? There's people commenting from YouTube, Ray Paul. No broadcast on YouTube. It's live on Facebook, but not on YouTube. There's no video playing. You can't see the live feed on YouTube.
Fired.
How do you store that? Maybe that's why we only have like how many people are watching right now, Clint?
Works just fine for me.
Oh, works just fine from Mike.
All the comments, 160 people.
Yeah,
watching.
we're getting mixed results on this, guys. Comments are live, but no video. But it's playing on YouTube. Yeah, a lot of. It's kind of strange. Everything is good on YouTube in Port Alberni. Well, if it's good in Port Alberni, it's good everywhere.
Oh yeah, eh? Let it rip.
Here we go.
Is that Canada?
Canadian.
Is that Canada? Clint?
Yeah.
Alberni? Oh sure, yeah.
Where's Port Alberni in Canada?
BC. British
BC.
Columbia.
Okay. There you go. YouTube is good now, says Cameron Stewart. Okay, perfect on YouTube. Fixing to fish. All right, we're good. When do the piss jugs come out, Jordan?
You know, we're having trouble sourcing the plastic right now.
Yeah. I mean, everything is really hard to get right now.
And there's just a really heavy load on. There's a lot of orders, so you know.
We're on backwards.
Isn't it embarrassing the fact that he did that in one take? You notice that's
no, because I do everything in one take.
You are so full of shit. Come on. Oh,
No.
So we're all so
Oh, gotcha. Hot mic.
Oh, gosh.
No.
It's getting deep in here. We kid. We joke around a lot.
That was awesome, man. When I watched that,
Whether it's your frugal garden, savage garden, garden frugal. Love it.
Yeah, no, that stuff was fun.
How can I pre-order it? Well, you have to get a sticker, and then you have to go find a yellow Tide bottle or what, I don't know what, I can't remember what it was, and you make one yourself.
Arm and Hammer.
But you can get a sticker
Arm and Hammer.
at our store.
Indeed.
Yep. 90 watching on YouTube. You got to shut down the other one. Bunch of people in there. Yeah, I don't know. The handle won't fall in your boat. That was good stuff.
Yeah. Well, what about this first giveaway? What's going on, everybody?
I don't know. I'm trying to see why.
We still need to figure out this YouTube thing because we still have people commenting
There's
in.
still a lot of people. I guess if they can see the comments, should they drop the old feed and pick up the new one, or I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know. Yeah, it might have when we went live got messed up.
How often do you guys fish for a week for salmon?
Fish for a week?
No, how often do you fish in a week for salmon?
Oh, 8 days.
7.
How many days have you had off since August 1st?
I took 2 weeks off to film and then none.
Yeah, like it's every day right now, bud. It's go time.
Yeah, and I was looking at it. I was looking at it.
I
was looking into elk season, and I really want to go to Chile. I'm gonna make sure it happens, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna work those 9 days. I'm just gonna skip elk hunting this year. It's just
Are you
gonna be
gonna go
the
to
year
Chile?
of fishing. Yeah, I'm
Can
gonna go
you
to Chile.
Can you go?
Yes,
With all the COVID stuff?
Yeah, but you can get down there. It's a pain in the butt, but you can get down there. And once you're there, it's not a big deal. You know what I mean? Plus, who wants to be home in December anyways?
Now, when he says it's not a big deal, we're gonna just put a disclaimer on there that politically that didn't mean anything, so don't look into it because people apparently
once you're down there,
way
it's
too much into some of our jokes.
Once you're down there, it's
Stop,
extremely
relax,
remote.
I'm always kidding.
extremely remote. You're only hanging out with the couple people you're hanging out with.
What if you get sick down there though? What if you were to get it and you were down there though?
The only thing I would worry about is the testing, the medical testing for the flight home, because you'd have to get it. I know for traveling like that, you have to get a negative test
before you come back
within 72 hours of your flight. So
is testing available down there?
Who knows? I mean, I don't know.
Just might get stuck in Chile for a while, huh?
Bummer.
Could be worse, right?
Yeah, I'll see you guys in February.
Could be worse things. Fish the whole run this time versus part of it.
Yeah, I'll come back with it all figured out. So, but it's a good year to be fishing, man. We've talked about this multiple times about how these fish are actually showing up. Because we've been fighting and over the last couple of years arguing and trying to figure out better ways to improve our fisheries and guarantees of record runs and fish don't show up. But I really am adamant on this one that like the commercial fishing not taking place as much this year around the West Coast and then in the Pacific
there's no question.
is why we're seeing this, and it's gonna be one to talk about. So I think I'm gonna stick to fishing.
Yeah, numbers here soon.
And size, man, already the size of fish we've been catching. Everyone. I'm almost breaking within my near state record of in my personal. I'm getting fish that are bigger than I get every year. I haven't caught fish that big in forever. So I think it's just an awesome year to be on the river.
Yeah, hopefully it's a sign of
Through.
things to come. Hopefully the trend will continue, and salmon runs are very cyclical. They go down for a few years, they come up, they go down, and like I said, maybe we'll actually get a little bit of both there.
Well, and hopefully with help from guys like you who are super responsible and take huge initiative.
Responsible?
Well, in
you don't know me very well.
management practices,
I don't do crap in management.
You know what I mean, though. You're in on the meetings.
You're
yelling at the right people.
More,
yeah, and hopefully we can push a little bit more of this into the scheme of. And it's all about money, but management. Years like this where we don't fish. Look at what happens.
Well, and we got to because what you were telling me, that study that you were talking about prior to the show, where there's 2.4 what was it, million more people that have taken up the sport of fishing, and then because of COVID, because a lot of other things have been shut down, and that 1/3 of them will probably continue to fish after 1 year. A lot of people have dabbled out. Not a lot of new anglers are getting into the sport. And let's be honest, right now that's just fortunately fishing has been one of those things that have we've been able to partake in, and
it's important,
right? And not get outside and do all this, and
and too, it kind of goes under the lines what I'm hitting at a little bit is
so we need more fish, damn it.
Well, yeah, we keep blaming our hatcheries for not being successful in a large voice a lot of times, and from opposing voices that are trying to shut down our fisheries at times. And they think it's because the hatchery management isn't working, and it goes to show you on these years when the ocean's good and the hatchery management is proper.
Right.
The fish are getting caught. That's why they're not coming back.
Well, but even on
a lot of them are getting harvested before they get here.
The key is when things are good, things are good. Let's not forget that Columbia had 1.1 million Chinook, just a few years ago. But when things are bad, that's when the hatchery practices show, and when those bad years come. Let's be honest, some hatcheries are doing way better than others. And so when things get tough, that's when the microscopes start coming out and people start kind of looking and seeing okay, well, this practice is doing a lot better than these ones, or this hatchery is doing, I almost said it, a lot better than these ones. But they all go to the same ocean, last I checked.
Right.
Some will blame it on a bad ocean. Some will have a better rate of returning fish. Let's see how it shakes out.
Yeah.
I think it's we got a $20 super chat. You guys are awesome. Keep it up. 8 coho fillets on brine for the smoker tomorrow. Congratulations, Steve Taylor. Hells yeah. I think the whole Pacific Northwest is gonna smell like a smoker.
I have not been able to find wood chips for so long in our little local town, and it's everybody bought up the smoked chips, and I don't know why
I
they
can't
won't reorder.
Find canning jars.
Oh man, I was in the local Ace by my house, and somebody drove 60 miles to buy lids. They're like, "Oh, I live way down here."
They had lids there.
I came all the way, at Ace. And somebody drove all the way from
bought every last one of them, huh?
Oh, pretty much, I'm sure.
Son of a gun, I can't find crap right now. But like we say, you got to be prepared. You got to be prepared for the seasons. We got to get going. Make your own wood chips. Yeah, Kira, I was going to ask, can you use pellets? Can you put
Yeah, you
like
can.
pellets
Yeah.
in your smoker and
Yeah.
then just smoke them
Well,
up?
I usually, I get what you're saying. Usually what I do is I just go out and I find some alder snags and I cut them.
Yeah.
And it flavors way better, of course. But,
Yeah, we are all fishermen here. We all should know how to do that. That's a good point.
yeah, I would just build a little fire
we could be
under there and
manly
make
man
sure
here.
it keeps smoldering, you know?
go get my bag of smoking chips.
Yeah, but when
Some
you...
red wine, alder infused, rosemary.
When I got one evening, 1 4-hour evening to get, all this fish smoked, I was kind of just making it as easy as possible on myself.
Well, we got a super chat, and it's an awesome one
Ooh.
because it's going to be a good segue. The 3/4 ounce tail out twitchers have been on point so far this season, guys. It'd be nice to get some more dark colors with bright jig heads. I've got a bunch of eggs now for Bay as well. Congratulations, Robert. Thank you for the super chat. And since you wanted some bright colors, how about this? Our first giveaway are going to be those two twitching jigs that Jordan's holding in his hands right now. Some nice bright for some muddy water conditions. And why don't we have, Clint, are you ready for the randomizer and pick a winner? And then let's start talking some, what we're going to do here.
Yeah,
in the
thank you,
next little
Boris.
bit. Sound good?
Boris got some of my
Are
smoked
you
fish
good?
the other day.
I see you feverishly working, but
Yeah, you
Okay.
ready? You want a winner?
Yeah, go.
We're already time for a winner?
we are tied for a winner. The first winner for the twitching jig. Woo! All right,
You
heady
too,
on.
huh?
Yeah,
That's a cool
I'm doing all right. I took a nap this afternoon.
I wish.
And you guys, since Marlon's not here tonight, we're going to be giving away a ton of stuff. Like, a ton of stuff.
Like
because,
all of his stuff.
Like,
There,
I might give away his truck out there. I don't know. It might happen.
there's your winner.
Where is it? Addicted Catching. We're here from Southern Oregon. MG on YouTube. YouTube? Yep, on YouTube. Congratulations. You won the 2 tail out twitchers. If you email us at orders@addicted.fishing and include your address and what you won, we'll send those out to you. Congratulations. Here they are. Bada bing. Bada boom. Do you want to do some side cam action on those? Just because they look so pretty. You wanted some bright colors for some muddy waters.
I tell you, that white one, we're
Oh, no,
talking
you
about
wanted
muddy
dark
water.
bodies and bright heads. That's what he asked. Sorry.
Yeah.
But we do make a black bodied with a chartreuse head, so I don't think it gets any darker and brighter.
Maybe we should go black with a white head. That might
That'd
be
be cool.
That may be a game changer.
Kind of neato. Actually, I got my twitching box right here. I think we've got plenty of those dark colors. A few missing now. We went fishing. There you go. We got some dark bodies here. We got some black chartreuse, 3/4 ounce.
Can't believe how many undinged up jigs you have.
Well, we were smart and we put in an order pre-season, right?
Yeah.
These will all be gone soon. And then, of course, we've got the blurples. Nice dark body. Real Tinsley. Looks alive in the water. Super flashy. See how pretty that is, boys and girls. Addicted twitchers.
God, they're working so good.
They are looking pretty. I didn't get one twitching today. I ain't gonna lie.
I got the biggest fish of the day on that color.
Damn, I should have thrown that color then. Son of a gun. I don't think I got these all the 1 ounces. There was the meatball right there.
He probably doesn't need that one.
I don't need that one. I should not fish that one, is what you're
No,
saying?
you should probably just let
Look how
me take
pretty
it
that
for
is,
you.
guys. Look at that. That is just,
That looks cool.
that is like Steelhead coho death right there.
Is my goal this year to catch a winter steelhead swinging one of these across the tail out.
Oh, it'll happen for
Just
sure.
you know what I mean on some of the
Just
bigger
let one come
rivers,
up and just
and
pound.
just little tiny twitches every now and again as it rolls through.
Yep.
Yep.
Time to party. That should be a challenge. What happened?
Huh? Sphincter says what?
It's only gonna work if I say what, you dumbass. Gosh, Clint, just don't think you're clever, okay?
Sorry.
Sorry, something was getting thrown away. Anyways, guys, yeah, so we do make lots of colors with dark bodies and bright heads. So you guys can see there, we got some purples with pink heads. And like I said, that pink is actually a really fluorescent pink, but this camera that Clint has just sucks. And this is actually like a blue with a real dark purple. It's, like I said, the camera kind of...
Go to the main cam.
I'll go to the main cam there.
Jack King asked a great question,
There you
and
go.
Willie, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it, buddy. And fishing was good today. I'm not complaining. But Jack King
Oh, it's
asked
fine, it's
Cameron,
fine.
what is the best? Look at that collar on that pink one. It's like glow in the dark almost.
Right down the middle. Yeah, so we make a lot of different colors here,
How's
guys.
those look cool?
And it's going to be time. I have these packed around the
But
box,
best
ready to
all
go.
around size is Jack King asked. And I thought
3/4
that was a
ounce
great
all
question.
day long. But I know what you're gonna say.
What about color?
You like the 1 ounce, don't you?
My elbow doesn't.
Gotta be a man to fish these jigs, boys.
Yeah.
But is
The
your
old
elbow
1
hurting
ounce.
because it's a 1 ounce jig or because you're catching so many fish?
A little bit of both.
That's so lame. That is so lame. We joke around here. Can't take anything too seriously like last week. Anyways. Let's see here. I'm not going to read that. I can take that box off your hand if needed. Yeah, sure. Come by and grab it, FN. No problem. No, I'm kidding. 3/4 the best all around. It definitely seems to like I mean, think about the head profile difference between the 1/2 ounce and the 3. Like, there's not that much more material. It's not like that much of a bigger head. I feel like if they're gonna bite something that's that big, they're gonna bite something that's that big. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like there's not much difference.
The 1/2 ounce,
that little bit of lead still seems to makes them fall fast. You can fish them deeper runs, more current. I want to sip that up, buddy.
way down there.
I mean, you're pretty tall. You ain't
that
that tall,
work?
bud.
There we go.
You ain't that tall, bud.
Whew. Yeah, and I definitely, the only time I'll really get religious on going to the 1/2 ounce in our Sink It series, 1/2 ounce and rabbit fur or some sort of tensily material or marabou are going to be way different because they have no resistance from the material on the body that just cuts to the current. These things fall like bucktail. They fall very slow, which in my opinion is why they work so good, obviously. But the 1/2 ounces with the tail out twitchers, I'm only using in shallow water.
And you know what's funny? You know,
Shallow
we
water.
were talking about on the podcast, like, you know, like everyone thinks like sometimes, you know, when the waters come up, like they probably, hopefully are going to this week, you know, and get muddy. I find that a lot of times I'll end up using those 1/2 ouncers when the water's higher and muddier just because of where the fish are at. You know, they're up against the edges. They're only in 2 feet of water. I mean, I got my favorite run on my local river.
And they're in structure, so you do not want your stuff sinking too much.
Yeah,
Especially
or they're right up against a weed bank.
Yep,
And
yep.
it's just a little
gonna
2-foot
say
drop,
that
and you
too.
can throw a 1 ouncer in there, and boom, hit the water, and you're going to be dragging it immediately. Or you can just subtly work that along the bank. So it's like it seems like right now
It is an effective
3/4
tool, right?
Yeah.
But exactly,
Don't just think high water, cloudy water, 1 ounce.
yeah, exactly. That could just get you in trouble and lose you a lot of money. But it'll probably catch you a fish.
Oh.
So we've all seen that.
Oh yeah, the GoFundMe from last week was sitting at 6,135. Right, that's a good point. Let's talk about that, guys. So last week, for you guys that tuned in real quick, you know, we were getting the drift boat for Mike there on the old, I'm just gonna say at the Clackamas River for doing the cleanup. He wrecked his drift boat. You guys came out in droves. We brought that thing up to within $600 that evening after the live feed. Well, the next morning, Steelhead Gear saw that it was like 600 short from the 500 or 5,500 goal, and they popped to 600. So that very next morning, that broke it. They raised the money, and from what I heard, is he already picked out the color of the drift boat, and like things were rolling in that department, you guys. So absolutely awesome. You know, you guys, like I said, came out in droves. We had, like I said, it went from like 18 donors to 90 donors by the end of our live feed, but then by that next morning too, because obviously the live feed stays up and people tuned in afterwards. I think that it gets viewed by 10,000 times by the next morning. So much appreciated, you guys. That was awesome. When things like that come to light, let us know about it. We'd like to feature them because that was super cool, and that was really amazing. It shows, you know, exactly what kind of group that we've got and what kind of brand that we've got, and the powers that kind of lies with you guys. So that was super awesome. Thank you guys very much for doing that. Maybe I'll reach out to him at some point, you know, when he gets the boat, get some pictures brought up, and just show you guys it. But, you know, for someone who is that deserving, for, you know, selfishly cleaning up the river, you know, hopefully doing something that maybe would, you know, keep a fishing spot open maybe for you, and we don't even know it. Like, you know, people like that, you know, deserve your support. And honestly, you guys came out in droves and did it, so thank you very much.
Yeah, it was
Good
incredible.
reminder. Thank you.
And hopefully we can.
Donations at the start of the live feed in 96. Or
There was
98.
12
Yeah.
total donations at the start of the live feed, and by the end there was like 90 plus. And then, like I said, and we were right there, but the next morning, like I said, Steelhead Gear, Alex Hudgen, and those guys who were at Steelhead Fishing Apparel came in and just poof, put it and ended it right there that next morning. So super awesome. Anyways, wait, they're putting in the boat. Oh, Ray Paul, they are putting his boat at the front of the line. Will be done in 2 months. Badass. Well deserved. Awesome. Get him back out in the water and get some good fishing in, so that'll be good. Yes, sir. You got me motivated to help clean up the river in New Mexico this weekend. Brandon Dotson, that's awesome. That's very, very awesome. So,
Well, and
I'm sorry, guys. Take me fishing camp. Mark, message me. What do you got?
Was just gonna say, hopefully we can kind of continue that tradition of being charitable to all different kind of things.
Yeah.
Not just guys cleaning up the river, you know.
That's what I'm saying. If there's something like that
cancer
out there,
organizations,
shoot, reach
stuff like
out,
that.
reach out to us,
Yeah.
man. That was super awesome. That, we've got, we figure we've got a lot of people out there that follow along. We'd love to help out in any way we can as well. So.
Ooh, should hook up with Life for the next 48-hour challenge up in the mountains. That'd be cool to go up there and get like stuck on the first snow, trying to survive.
In his van together.
No, no, no.
I'm not
We're
saying.
We're gonna sleep on the. We're gonna sleep on the ground.
Sleep on the ground.
Yeah.
No, take the cleanup guy fishing camp. Oh! I think we can probably make something happen.
The boat wasn't enough.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
What a jerk. Just kidding. Oh, good stuff, good stuff. So, high water fishing. You've been fishing. Let's talk about a little bit what you've been doing, what I've been doing, and then what we're going to be doing after this week, because it looks like right now in the Northwest, and I know you guys are from Michigan, I know you guys are, from the Midwest, I know we got a lot of you guys from California, but we have been just like, basically, y'all can thank me, because the second I pumped my raft up, the second I put my jet on the sled, it pretty much went sunny and 75 for like the last 2 weeks straight.
Yeah.
Like, you're welcome. We got one good rain. I got excited. I put the jet on the sled, got ready, and then it was sunny for 2 weeks. So, that pretty much was on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Next time
exactly.
I will not do it. I will not do it.
No, yeah, it's just been fishing hard, It's right in this last weather, like you said, got everything ready. He was kind of prepared to start moving around and getting into some of my favorite areas to fish. But it's forced me to be versatile and go places that I, haven't had as much experience fishing. And
Got a few of those. People are like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
It's like, well, I wanted to trib fish, and the water's really low.
Yep.
Like, really, really, really low.
Yeah.
Trust me, I don't want to be here. But it's still fun.
It's great, and it's good to get yourself out of your box, and especially if you're, a local fisherman who has a day off and you want to go do something. This time of year and like these last couple of weeks has been a great time to get out and teach yourself a little bit something and find some different rivers and get to know some of the other areas that you have to go fish around you. That's the beauty of living on the West Coast pretty much, and even in the Midwest and all that. I don't know what. I think the weather systems out there are a little different. They're getting a snap of winter, if I'm not mistaken. There's a hurricane in the Gulf, and we have sunny and 75. Don't move here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, rain's here every day in Washington.
Oh, and we're gonna get a half
Don't
inch,
move
you guys. Be careful.
Yeah. I think it's like the problem is like once it starts raining, it just doesn't freaking stop. Even though last winter, the winter steelhead season was beyond epic. I think
was
we had
phenomenal.
6 weeks where we fished every single day, no problem, perfect conditions, low. But no, I mean, not chocolate milk, Hershey
Right.
syrup fishing, but
Right.
I mean, beautiful condition fish. I was like one of the longest, toughest steelhead seasons because usually, rains real hard, blows things out for like a few days, and you sit back and
Yeah.
drink adult beverages and get fat.
But I've been having fun. There's fish around. Everywhere you go, everywhere I've been, everywhere I've checked out, there's fish. It's a good time to be had. It's a great time to be a fisherman. And go out there and have fun. I'm sure some of you out there might be having a harder time due to the kind of the weather we've been having and the low water conditions. But my definite encouragement to you is to just stay at it because
Travel.
Travel
a little bit.
Use your imagination, see some new countries, spend an extra $40 on fuel, and go see some of his stuff.
Yeah.
Go fish and have fun and enjoy your time on the water. Because there is fish just about everywhere.
This is also a good time. We're talking about those low water, some of those smaller streams that probably aren't as productive right now, at least from some fresh fish. I mean, we did have a rain that came in and kind of pushed some fish in, but go to those areas right now and check out your put-ins, your pull-outs. Check out some of the river runs that you haven't seen, all year. Check out where some of these more popular fishing places are when the water's high, and look at them when the water's low. And you'll gain a lot of valuable information by seeing kind of like where the actual run is, what's in that tail out. Is there some cover within, there's some big boulders in that tail out, like where those fish are going to sit, and just look at the water when it's low. So when you come back and there's 3 foot of water on top of it and only 2 foot of viz, you know what you're dealing with and you know where to start too. So it's a really good idea there to check it out. So, yep. Steve Fox, thank you for the super chat, much appreciated. $50 there. Still hoping to get out of your cameraman. I'll keep trying. When did you try, Steve?
Oh.
I need to check my stuff there. But yeah, hit me up, message me. Much appreciated though. Trying a new river up north, almost Canada on Sunday. Should be fish on for sure. Yeah, do a little traveling. Good time for it. Let's see here.
But so how are you gonna start getting prepared for this?
I went today.
Yeah.
Like I finally had enough, and I've been out trolling like big water, big Columbia. It's been good. Like they just keep coming. I had a couple days where it's funny, man. Like a couple days kind of get slow. There's some commercial fishing going on, which they catch fish, but they don't catch them all, boys and girls. They don't. But
really
definitely some scratch fishing, and had a day where it just man, they were not there. Like the fact we actually I kind of called it a half day and said, dude, let's call it a half day. Let's get off the water. I don't want to waste your guys' time. We kind of went through that real good part of the tide and just wasn't feeling it. Wasn't seeing much caught. Had a trip the next morning that we were gonna definitely we kind of had to do. It was kind of more of a little event, if you will. And got out there in the morning and went, okay, guys, man. Hopefully there's gonna be some fish around. And before we even dropped lines and looked at the finder, and went, oh damn, there's a school there. I mean, dropped in and just stroked them. I mean, out of nowhere. Like amazing morning of fishing. By that afternoon, couldn't find them again. Like completely gone. And so I think we are starting to see, that kind of trickling effect. The fish that are getting in, they're moving into the trips fast. They're moving upriver. It's getting late in the season. They're definitely plowing through the big water. The other thing too that's kind of going on is the Columbia has cooled off a bit. So like they're not being attracted and held in some of those thermal areas like they were. They're still moving in there. They're still moving to there because you got those ones that are going to go up that river, or up those rivers, I should say. So they are kind of congregating there, maybe waiting for a little bit of rain. But you're not seeing the concentrations that we were seeing basically in early and mid-September when we had hundreds of thousands of them literally going by a week. So it's definitely slowing down. It can still be very productive fishing. The weather's been good, so going out there. But no. So I finally today had just a few guys. I said, you know what? Let's go up and do some trib fishing. We fished really low. It definitely wasn't gangbusters, but picked up a few Chinook and a few coho and saw a lot of fish jump and give us the middle finger and flip us off a lot. Definitely some action. Finder was lit. Flip me the fin. A lot of fin flipping, little punks.
Yeah.
But I think that goes to just a lot of clarity, though. I mean, I could see my 360s like flashing down there, 15, 20 feet. Like when salmon are in clear water and they're kind of in pondy, laked water, and they can see stuff coming, and they can see, you got to think at 15 foot of viz, a fish is sitting there, he's seeing 30 feet, you know what I mean? Like, and he can see something come into his range, he can watch it, and he can watch it truck on by. And when you have visibility that boxes those fish in where it's only, 3 or 4 foot, and he's sitting there, and all of a sudden when he sees it, it's in front of him. Like, it's in his face, whether it be a twitching jig, a wiggler, and even a bait of eggs for that matter. Like, it's almost like he's like forced to react, I feel like, or he's much more likely to react. So fighting clear water, still productive fishing, still good.
I still don't understand how
still
sometimes in that silty water how those fish can freaking see it.
Oh, you're talking like stuff like under
Twitching.
a foot.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
under a foot,
unbelievable.
a twitching jig, it's like.
Well, you're really
boom.
It's like really, you're that lucky to land it that close to the front of their face. It just blows my mind.
Yeah.
I should buy more lottery tickets.
Yep. So we got a couple super chats here real quick. Would the GSP C922M work as a plug rod for 3.5 mag lip? I would think so, absolutely. That's typically more the spinner rod, right?
Right, that's the 9.2.
That's your favorite. In a casting though, that could we could work.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of those rods do help, but I feel like a plug rod, everything, how they should be shorter is more out of ease. One, because you're storing them all the time.
Yeah.
And two, because you don't want them way away from your boat. You want to fish tight lines. You know, you want to have plug here, plug here, plug here. You don't want a lot of swinging back and forth. You want them directly back behind your boat. But I use a 9-foot rod all the time because I don't want to bring that many more extra rods. I have a small boat.
A lot of things, it could work. There's probably some little better options for you too. I mean, especially if you go into most of the plug rods would be like a composite rods, a little more softer action. But honestly, the 922 compared to the 992, like the 992, I feel has a much faster tip. More for a bobber or for a drift fishing application versus like that 922. Seems to be a little softer through the handle. So shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, and you do want a rod with a little bit of give like that one has, that medium action rod. Yeah. You wouldn't want to, and we're talking GSP here, so there's only certain models of those, obviously. But I would go with that lighter action and maybe a little bit shorter. One, for keeping it by the boat, and two, so that you get
the $10 one there.
So that you get the action of that. You don't want something too stiff because it's not going to allow that plug to really get work. It's going to be like holding it out there with a gym pole, you know. And you do want to let that have a little bit, but you don't have to get so specific on your rods. Bait casters are easier, but all the time when I'm out there and I'm running short on rods because I don't feel like taking 12 rods on the boat, I'll just grab my spinner rods, throw 3.5 on, throw them out, open the bail. It'll work if you just get that plug out there.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's
not like hover fishing with a rod like that.
Yeah. But I've had to hover fish with long rods one time because I didn't think I'd hover fish today. It's like now I'm hover fishing with 8.5s. Like, it'll work.
I lost more fish than I do.
Using a short one's much better.
Yep, there definitely is an advantage.
Depends on your priorities. Go up to that $10 one real fast. Keep going up.
Matthew, who is my favorite drift boat manufacturer?
Yeah.
One that floats, but I've got to row quite a few of them. Clacker crafts are extremely light, very versatile. But my favorite to fish out of, if you're on a river that you can fish out of them, I love the boys at Pavati. They make one of the fanciest, nicest drift boats, and I just personally enjoy rowing them a lot. But both have their advantages. You're not going to be able to take a Pavati in a lot of the areas you can get a Clacker craft, and vice versa. But any of them, drift boat I used to have was a 1989 Aluma Weld, so it'll get you down the river and catch fish. But I like my raft more, so I got rid of it.
I saw that $10 super chat. We don't have any recommendations for that, especially in that area. And I think some of that area, tribal guides, you got to reach out to them as far as the Clearwater and the
odds are you're probably pretty far behind the ball there to be fishing right now.
Yeah.
If you ask me, it's going to be hard to get a whole lot of those guys.
I don't think I've fished either one of those two rivers ever in my life. So I wouldn't know.
And for those of you out there, I keep seeing a few of these comments drop in with Cam, and I'm surprised nobody's been heckling me about it. But for all you out there that are watching these live feeds and that want to get out on the boat with Cam or these guides on the tribal lands in Washington, or me or myself, don't wait till the season. You're not going to get a call back.
And
I can hardly text my friends back right now while we're working all day on the river and dealing with people and being a good guide to get back to 4 or 5 different people calling in that want to book a trip at 2 o'clock in the afternoon in the very middle of the season. So be proactive when you're thinking about buying your fishing gear and you want to go on a fishing trip. Call your fishing guide and get your stuff set up. They're going to make sure you're in that good part of the season. And you're going to be able to communicate with them then, because they're not going to be on the water every single day. So.
And yes, they can contact Ashley. They can contact Ashley Nicole or Ryan Hendricks as well too. There's a couple of good guys we fished with.
Ryan has a jet boat now.
Oh boy! Mm-hmm. What? Mm-hmm. Anyways, and back to Jordan's point. I just wanted to answer that question real fast because I forgot. That was a good thing to bring up. Appreciate that, Steve. But yeah, you're right. And unfortunately, I'm not going to say unfortunately, because like I said, it's great to be in positions where people are calling and wanting to go fishing, and we get it. You feel fishing's good right now, and I mean, two things is fishing probably is going to stay good all the way into Thanksgiving this year. The way I think this run's got shoulders on it.
Yeah.
I mean, some of these fish we're even catching in the tributaries, some of these bright ones. I mean, nice big Chinook skeins like this. Like, she's gonna be hanging out for
I'm
months.
getting the last couple days. I'm like,
right.
Oh man, I wish those were a little bit bigger.
Right, they're not. They're nowhere near where they're gonna be.
We got a full full month.
Yeah.
40 days of
easy.
peak of season.
Easy. Yeah. So don't think don't think you've missed it. But there's a lot of times like preseason where we put out messages and mailers and we talk about it's like you really gotta like if you want those dates, get in early. Fishing's bad. We're gonna tell you. Like if for some reason like a lot of people don't like to book early because like I don't know if there's gonna be a season. I don't know if it's gonna be good. Well, then that's fine.
It's no fun for us to take you out there and not catch them.
I can tell you right now, if it's not going to be good, we're not going to go, or we don't have a reasonable chance, or we're at least going to tell you. And second off, if it's really that bad and there is no season, you're not going to like it. Like you're not obligated to honestly like if like the season's closed and there's nothing to fish for. Like I don't know what guys you've been going with, but we'll reschedule you or like give you your deposit back. It's not like you're going to be forced to go.
Yeah.
So like it never hurts to get a hold of people super early and book. The other thing too, it's like right now. It's you get a lot of like single, like a lot of guys like wanting to poke out, and those can be a little more difficult too. But I think as I start moving into the tributaries, it gets a lot easier. Honestly, we're not doing a lot of the big corporate stuff where you're taking 5 and 6 dudes at a time. So with that said, and yeah, Jordan's 225, Cap's 200, and I'm 225 as well. So.
So,
you guys have any other?
Jake, will you post that comment again? We can answer Jake's
super
question.
Chat, the 499 one there.
You had it up there, but it went away. All right, so Jake, great question, and we will try to do some videos that can pertain a little bit to that.
We've got to do more drift boat shit.
Yeah,
Stuff.
but it's just one of those things. It's hard to take the obligation and the. I guess what was the responsibility of showing that and putting people potentially in harm's way by giving you some tips that give you more confidence than you maybe should by going out on the water. So we will dabble in that a little bit as time goes on, but we can give you the tips and answer your questions
right here. I think we need to just go out and
here.
get a damn drift boat and start doing drift boat tutorials. So if you're a drift boat manufacturer out there, give us a damn drift boat and we'll make all the drift boat tutorials in your drift boat. I'll just say it right now because honestly, not one of us has a drift boat.
No. I don't plan on getting one.
I mean, really, we don't. Like, you don't have a drift boat. I don't have a drift boat. Juan doesn't have a drift boat. Phil doesn't have a drift boat. Rob doesn't have a drift boat. Lonnie doesn't have a drift boat. Cole doesn't have a drift boat. Mike, Clint, nobody has a drift boat. Like, literally, I think that's probably why you don't see a lot of drift boat content from us. So,
but if you just got a boat and you've never...
Oh, Pop-Pop's got a drift boat.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Yeah, Pop-Pop.
That'll be a couple months down the road. We'll get that video.
It's tough. It's tough. Those guys also don't generally live, like, right next to us either. So, but we do actually have a lot of drift boat content out there, but not a lot of how-tos.
But tips on learning to row, if you're just completely green and you've not stepped foot in your drift boat yet, the best thing I could say is baby steps. Take that thing to a lake. And then once you can row around in a circle and you know which way your hands want to go and you know what happens when you stick the oars in the water, then take it to the bottom end of a super lower river situation. Huge, big, wide, no rapids, maybe some ripples to go through.
His drift boat, Max. That is so true, actually.
He's gonna say, "This is how you row a drift boat."
Yeah, Min Kota. All those guys do. Just kidding. Actually, they do. Yeah, that's sorry.
Awesome.
Sorry, I did not mean to interrupt.
No, it's all right.
Laughing.
But take those. It's so true. Take those baby steps. Go from flat water to big moving water to just work your way upriver. Find a river that you know.
Go to some really low sections, almost tide water first if you don't, you know what I mean? And yeah, like you said, really step into it slow. Understand how a drift boat's going to feel when it kind of moves through a riffle, when it moves through a seam line. Understand that what you're looking at is like how shallow your boat can ride, with 1, 2, and 3 people in it too. Like don't stack 4 guys in your boat and run to a low water not understanding how shallow your drift boat's going to be. Know when you can get out. Know how to rope around too, and don't be afraid to put the man card away a little bit and rope some stuff around, and you know what I mean. Like don't screw up. We've all screwed up, in different floating situations, and it can happen. So take it easy. Like I said, baby steps, time on the water. Yeah, we get it.
We'll soon have a giveaway, huh?
Yeah, no kidding. How many people do we got watching here, Clint? How many people have not tuned in? Oh, we almost had 600 of you that have not tuned into the debate.
Boo.
I'm not going to ask how it's going.
Boring.
Did you watch that skit? You're telling me boring. That's right. We appreciate you guys. Let's see here. So let's do one. What are we gonna give away next?
We're going to give away exactly what you need to start twitching. Small rivers.
Which is what?
50-pound dark green braid.
50-pound dark green braid and tough line hat.
And a nice
Perfect.
golden child
What should we
tough line
ask?
hat.
What should
That's
we
a
ask?
classy hat. It really is.
And Jack Main, yes, that river is a great beginner river if the water's low. It's low right now. I'm just going to say it. I will say this, though. That river, when it's flowing, it gets fast, it gets dangerous, and boats sink on that sucker all the time. So if you're going to go now, don't just assume that river is safe, because that thing gets some velocity. I mean, it's why we run, plus 200 motors on that sucker when that river gets humping. So just keep that in mind. Right now, yes. Giveaway. What's our question?
I know we just went right back to answering questions instead of
I know.
asking them. The question is going to be drum roll.
Should ask her what's her favorite high water technique.
There you go. Great question.
That's so bad because Clint came up with it.
Just reword.
Comment below. Yeah, exactly.
Let's
Make
just
it your
spend
own.
30 minutes
Make it
being
your
awkward
own.
And then use
Yep.
the same question. So.
Let's go ahead, guys. Clint's question, which was awesome. What is your favorite way to fish high water, salmon, trout, or steelhead?
Yeah.
Comment that down below, and you could win yourself the high water package, 50-pound braid, and a nice new hat.
Matt Nipper flipped my raft last February. Not fun. I think February was a great month for flipping, wasn't it, Jordan?
Mine was in December,
Yours was in
and
December.
it didn't flip.
Mine was in February.
I hardly lost anything. I got most of it back.
I almost all my stuff back, except for a pair of my Gerber scissors.
What?
From
Oh, it pissed me off more than anything else.
Oh, that's the only thing I lost was my fishing bag.
I lost my
And I
Gerber
did
scissors and one of
find-
these too. I lost one of those, like loaded with leaders and a couple weights.
I found my box of spinners.
Eggs, plugs, float, jig, plunking. Ooh.
Ooh.
We have to do a couple high water videos where we go out and we're like challenged to catch a fish on like just the crap of the crap.
Man, the plunkers today, kept getting fish, and Little would hear that bell from clear across the river and
Plunkers
just
were
start
getting
going ape shit. Well, I mean, I saw one catch a jack and another guy got one, but Little would hear that ding ding ding, and he remembered from sockeye season, and he's like,
God, he's
clear
never
across the
triggered the
river.
bell.
I'm like, no, Little, shut up. He wanted
excited.
to chase
He's
that
excited.
bell.
But plan on fishing more plugs this year. Upstream toss swinging spinners across tailouts, plunking spinners, drift spinners with fox. The way you tell me to. Smart man.
Nah.
That changes though. We can't tell you a way. Maybe we should take a moment to go off on this tangent too. Like we can tell you guys a lot of techniques and stuff, but and we can talk about this stuff because like our perception of the rivers we're fishing, it might be completely different. You still have to have an understanding of what's going on, like at your river, at your location. For the techniques to work for you. So keep that in mind too. What's that?
That's my favorite, Brad's Wigglers.
Brad's Wigglers,
I
because you
love
caught
that bite.
because you caught a salmon like one time with me on a Brad's Wiggler.
No, because it's a bass lure.
Oh, it's bass, yeah, naturally.
I love that bite, he says. That's my favorite bite.
I love that bite. Also depends on the speed of your water, where you're fishing in high water. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Spinners for this guy. What's up? Yeah, we need to do a garage sale fishing challenge. Yep.
Ooh, that'll have to be next spring.
Gill net. Yeah. Gill net.
That's hardcore.
A bear hook like Jordan.
Ooh.
Depends on what stream or spot the
Flosser.
fishing is at the moment. Yeah, there's my favorite. Oh, shit, I don't know. Like for salmon and steel, that'd be different. Coho would be different too if I was fishing Chinooks. My favorite for high water is just busting out the plugs. Like busting out the KF14s and 15s and
Jerkbait.
watching the freaking 10.5 footers get crushed. Like real high water. We haven't had like a real good high water like fall salmon season in a few years. Kind of hoping it just like we get a foot of rain tomorrow. Well, maybe not tomorrow, but soon.
The plug thing is cool. Like I've been, my whole week's been filled with a lot of hardware. Haven't been fishing a lot of bait. Haven't been fishing a lot of bobbers. It's just been spinners, jigs, Hoochies, just the easy stuff, the effective and easy, quick to change, fast moving or moving around on the river. Bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, I'd say the Hoochie twitch though. For like you said Hoochies.
Yeah, I like Hoochies a lot, but it's just there's a time of the day too when like I've been taking it easy on my clients, and I'll take an hour or so to go and run those plugs because one, it's a fun bite, and it's a good time to kind of relax, let your elbow and your arm calm down, not be worn out for that that last of the afternoon bite, and then it's just so much fun to watch those rods get buried.
Yeah, they hit hard.
God, it's good. Especially when you got
especially when you can flatline them.
Yeah,
and you're not like running any jet divers and you just straight flatlined. Or I actually kind of like the diver, the back trolling diver and eggs, because the bite I think is so difficult. It really is a weird bite, and sometimes like they'll just sit there and chew and chew and chew, and sometimes like they'll screw with you, and then sometimes like you'll get like a 10-inch jack and you'll bury the rod.
But I'm gonna swoop in here with one somebody saw coming.
What?
Back bouncing.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, it's the best. It's just the most fun, especially when you can kill fish. I don't like doing it at places that you can't kill them
because they're gonna just sit there.
Yeah,
and
you're
gonna chew.
And just
yeah.
When you really just have a hankering to set that hook as hard as you can, at some point in time.
I love floating big soft beads and softer seams for Chinook. Good one, Austin. 24 mil, 38 mil. Come get your 38 mil there. I don't think I've back bounced a fish in like years. Because like I said, like our Chinook season, it seems like our Chinook season's last few years, like no rain. Then we'll get some blowouts in November, and then like we're coho fishing, and then usually I'm leaving the Chinooks alone. And so it's like, yeah, we haven't had any of that like good October, plug fishing or good October back bouncing. At least for me in my area and my situation. But
well, you look down like California and stuff, and it doesn't matter. The fish are dang near frog water, but it's just a method. Yeah, when I go to the river and I look around and nobody's doing anything, or everybody's doing one thing, or everybody's doing something different, I usually try to choose the thing that they're not, if at some point in the day. And it took me like a week, and I kept forgetting to throw my box with the big plugs in, and then I finally just was like, gotta do it. Got to do it, and it paid off.
I'm not going to allude to too much, but I saw about a half dozen 6 to 8 boats doing a couple different things in that area that I was fishing this morning, and then I went through and I did something completely different and just hammered them. And so, like you say, busting out the back bounce rod when guys aren't doing it, busting out the wigglers when guys are maybe only throwing spinners. But yeah, it pays to be different. But yeah, today was definitely one of those. I didn't see another fish caught, and there was a lot of fish in there.
Yeah.
Certain techniques definitely are working over other ones right now. Let's pick a winner on the technique for the hat, and then we'll do one more prize giveaway tonight. Should it be the Knigge wax and the spinner?
Yeah, probably.
Ooh, we should do the Knigge wax. Oh. Boom, we'll give this one away next. Maybe something a little else. We got something else in there for you as well. Stay tuned, you never know.
Interesting. Interesting.
What's interesting?
Never use those.
Shut up. Shut up. That's another thing we want to talk about here. A little bit, getting ready for winter steelhead season, getting your... You like that one?
I'd hit that.
Oh, God. I'd hit that. I'd hit that.
Got it, Clint?
What?
You got a winner yet? Or are you paying attention?
Oh, is this what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were kind of hoping.
I gotta find a guy.
Naked.
Or a girl. You know what I mean?
Trevor, no way. I know that guy. I knew one of the winners last week, too, or was it the week before I do?
This is rigged.
This is rigged. It's totally rigged. Trevor, you won. But you still need to go through the motions. Go through orders at addicted.fishing. And let them know you won. We'll send you that tough line, dude. Congrats. You'll be sending that up north. What's the look for? Why are you getting all mad?
He always looks that funny.
I mean, I do know like half the people on here, so let's just be honest. Maybe not half. Maybe not half. I know a lot of you guys. Huh?
Can I get a look?
No, Clint like tried to give you a look like he was disappointed in himself. I know. He is such a disappointment. He's such a disappointment. Oh, God.
There goes the hate.
How many people do we got watching here, and how many likes do we have on YouTube? Oh, we got 650 you guys watching.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Killed it
take
on the
this.
spring steelhead this year on the river. Very good.
Wonderful.
There have been a few repeat winners. Well, it is a random draw, so we don't have any control of that. Like, the names don't go into, like, this do not pick list, and it's just kind of the way it goes. So, yep.
Bam,
Yeah, no, but look at the comments. It's the same people commenting every week, and they comment a ton, so your odds go up.
Not if they pick multiple times, it doesn't, though. It only goes in once. It only goes in once. How many likes on YouTube?
I
Yeah.
don't know. I quit.
Nope, a lot more people are tuning out of the debate.
Clint,
Numbers
I
going up.
know that, I know
Only
Marlon's
146 thumbs up.
146 thumbs
And
up.
there's 550 watching.
There's 550 watching on YouTube.
So now you quit.
That is so disappointing.
Now I quit.
Oh.
That is so,
Danny
those are
Alejo.
rookie- Those are rookie numbers. You got to get those numbers up.
Yeah, but there is the debate.
Let's see here. There is a debate, but it's over now.
Is it?
I don't know. Someone said it was.
Oh,
So,
it was good.
now that was my first one. Well, that's awesome, Trevor. Congrats. That is awesome.
I don't think he's ever won.
No, he said it was his first win.
Nothing.
Why don't you keep a list of everyone that's won?
It doesn't matter. It's random. You guys are all. I'm not picking anymore.
It's random, dude. It's not your.
I know,
It's
I'm
funny.
not pushing the thing.
It's funny because it is
'Cause I get
random.
yelled at
It
for
is
everything.
random, and that's what makes it even more funny because then he gets all worked up when we blame him for picking him. But it's random,
Yeah, and
so it's
everyone-
but it's still his fault. It's great. So
I
just
hate it.
he's openly weeping, guys.
Yeah, I'm
like
not
he is
pushing
really
anymore. You guys
openly.
don't-
He is.
giveaways are over.
He is. No, they're not.
Yeah,
they're not.
pretty
They're
sure.
not over.
I think I get to decide.
nope.
Marlon's not here.
Nope, they're
Cancel.
not. They're not over. In fact, I'm
Due
gonna.
to
In fact.
Dude, I'm not sending out prizes.
COVID canceled the prizing. No, now actually we're gonna give away like 4 more prizes tonight.
Oh my
just
God.
just to make you weep even more. He's got
Stop.
he's got
This
big
is so funny.
big crocodile tears coming down.
Oh.
It's terrible right now. He's a mess.
Stop yelling. I'm not even yelling.
Can you turn it on your camera real fast just so people can see how much he's crying right now? Just oh,
Maybe.
Stop doing it.
oh man. Crybaby hashtag crybaby Clint. Yes. Yes.
Oh my God.
That's a good
I
call,
hate
dude.
everyone. Oh, wait.
Hashtag
cry
baby Clint. Oh, that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at those bags under his eyes. Those are from weeping. Look at that.
These
Look
highlights
at that.
put in, just so everyone knows.
Look at that.
Now the
Look at
swans
that.
are back open.
Oh God,
I
turn that
paid
off.
good
That's
money.
disgusting. Change the channel. Thank you.
We just lost half of our food.
Oh,
Oh, we only have 204 people watching.
you guys are all idiots.
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. You good stuff. You two clowns are better to watch than the debate. Us 2 clowns are better than the other 2 clowns, right? Oh, there you go. Politicians suck.
Did you just shut up?
There you
man?
go.
Just shut up.
Hey man, would you just shut up, man? Come on, man. Let's we better get back on
look.
track right now.
Look, here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
Well, what next, everybody? We're talking about the upcoming rains and the high water. So, you're about to tie some leaders. You're going to be bait fishing tomorrow.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna
stick
try
with
my
my stay in the
program.
tribs.
And I think, what kind of goes hand in hand with talking about this high water situation is, I guess the biggest point of it is what we're going to do is not going to change necessarily. I'm going to use the same things. I'm going to still go through the same colors.
Oh my God, I'm not reading these comments anymore. I'm just leaving. Someone else take it. This is savage. I'm not, you go
Oh, you guys are on point tonight.
You go run the live feed. I'm out of here.
Oh, okay, what does this button do?
Don't touch a damn thing. I do think I will give Clint that much credit, but he doesn't break it half the time. Oh man.
No, okay.
What?
What are we doing? What are we? Get out of there! Seriously, we need to get back on track, you guys. Stop pissing in the river. Oh God, we need Marlin. That's a fact. We need the whipping boy here. Start whipping everybody. Addicted Tissues coming soon with Clint's face on it. Oh, this ain't live though, guys. No.
All you idiots talk fishing.
Okay, let's keep talking some fishing, bud. Go ahead.
But
What are we talking
before
about?
I was
We're not gonna change
before
much.
I was interrupted
Right.
by Clint.
Right. So
Um,
I'll say this: like I brought, my first trivier, I brought hover rods, wiggler rods, twitching rods, and trolling rods.
Like bobbers, eh?
I didn't bring any bobber rods. That was probably a mistake on my end. But I had like 4 different sets of gear because I think in this low water, like I was talking about, there's a bunch of guys running a bunch of techniques this morning. It wasn't paying off. They all kind of left. And I'm like, well, I got the hold of myself. Try something different. Caught a bunch of fish. Like, definitely kind of being a little more definitely always being a little more versatile and being like that's going to pay off. But what are you packing? Like, what are you going to be packing this week? Because you were talking about plugs.
Heat.
Have you been packing heat? Packing these guns. Yeah.
No, I have been taking just I try to have a little bit of everything, but like at some point, again, you're just gonna have to cut the line and re-rig what you have on there. But like going into this week, I'm gonna stick to it. I haven't been touching my eggs, and the bobber rods have been laying there. And the only reason that is because everybody else is doing it, and I'm not gonna run the same program as everybody else around me.
Is there a lot of people fishing?
No. Everywhere I've fished, I think everywhere we fished has been very low
it's been
pressure.
pretty light.
And again, it's because of the saving grace and Cam stresses this every year when they start shutting us out of places because we can fish everywhere right now.
Yeah.
And when
It
there's
is pretty
fish
open.
and when there's fish everywhere, nobody cares where you're fishing and that you're telling somebody how to rig a hook and get mad at us at Addictive Fishing here for giving all you wonderful people tips and help you go out and have fun because they're all by themselves because they don't have to get the pressure on their favorite spot or favorite
Yeah.
river because you can
It
actually
is nice.
go fishing.
It is nice when we have a healthy fish.
You know, and that's just it. We're getting the fish everywhere, so it's fantastic.
That is true.
Um,
There is fish everywhere.
Yeah. But if we're going to say, let's go kind of talk about twitching in the high water. I'm definitely going to keep the twitching rods in there. It's going to be like twitching, probably not as much spinners because the spinners aren't going to be able to get down in a lot of the runs. It's going to be murky. It's not going to be as fishy. This low water that we have right now is probably the best case scenario to be fishing spinners, in my opinion. A lot of the bank guys in the rivers that we've been fishing, I've noticed pretty much the only people I'm seeing catch fish on the bank are catching them on spinners. Just hucking them out in the middle of the river and letting them swing, and they're picking up fish. So, spinners are going to become a little obsolete for the little bit of high water unless you're fishing those fast water riffles and you have those pinch points. But with twitching jigs, I like to just have the good. I keep thinking I like one more than the other, you guys, and then as soon as I run out of the one, I still catch fish on the other. So I'm gonna just go through. I think it's more about showing the fish something they haven't seen. So if you go through a pocket and you hook 3 fish on a one color jig, and you think, oh, dang, I got all the ones that are going to buy a twitching jig. Odds are you should probably try another color before you
Because they're all
decide.
seeing it.
Yeah, because they all saw it. You got the 3 that want to bite the nightmare. You put a completely different, put the blurple on after that. You'll
The
get the one that
blurple.
wants the blurple.
You should start with the blurple.
Yeah, and then you'll switch to another one, and it goes for wigglers, it goes for spinner color. Really, the only thing it doesn't kind of accommodate is like a bait fishing. You can put a lot of different stuff on your eggs, but you can't constantly change colors and shades and blah, blah, blah. But you just using your fishiness and using your tactics to keep up on those fish, keep changing, keep showing them different things is in my opinion, is what's going to get you fish on these big waters. And then fishing and being versatile where you fish. Don't get hung up fishing different areas for a long time. And also, don't move away from fish. This is what we're going to see in the next weekend. A lot of people that fish this weekend.
Well, fast, just admit it. Y'all happy for this rain? Damn right.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
No, you're good. But especially for during the rain, if we do actually get some substantial rain, there's definitely been times on the river where in a boat I was outfished by guys on the bank. Because they stood right there. They never left the fish, and the fish came to them.
The fish came to them.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said for moving around. I moved around a lot today. Like, you definitely had to move to find some willing fish. The water's low. If the fish aren't moving, you should be moving. If the fish are moving, you can probably not move as much.
Right.
Definitely let them move to you. That's a good point. Really good point. Really good point. Really good point.
But yeah, any
Play
other
Jordan's
questions?
commercial, can we?
Can you clip it out of there?
Can we do that? You think we can do that? I think we should do it. I think that is worth.
Because I don't work here anymore.
Oh, Clint.
I'm still
Clint, stop crying.
There's
Fudge.
I'm using my addictive.
He's still crying. You know what? We do need to play the commercial. And then you guys can go watch the 48-hour challenge when you get done watching the live feed tonight. That was a really awesome video that I need to watch too. And here it's awesome because a lot of you guys are commenting that at the start of the season or start of the feed. I don't want to go for 48 hours and starve. I wouldn't starve though.
I wouldn't have. I caught a bunch
No,
of
I said
fish,
that,
but
I'd
they all
start
had to be. They all had to be a certain size.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I kept catching too small or too big, and it was like bouncing back and forth.
Or too big?
Yeah, you can't keep them over a certain size.
Oh.
Yeah, that was my fault.
But in a
But I wanted to challenge myself. That's us addicts, you know.
But in a
I
survival
didn't
situation.
want to make it too easy. I would have just. It wouldn't have been entertaining. I would have just sat there and caught a bunch of fish and ate them all.
It is true. A lot of these guys, though, watch. You know, a lot of the guys, they seem to like the videos when we struggle.
Yes.
When we suffer. Everybody likes a beat down, but
Here's the question while we're pulling this up. Super chat.
oh, we got a super chat. Go ahead.
You're gonna have to look at it.
I
over
can't read it right now because
How do
you're
you
doing
store
that.
your leaders you're working on right now?
I will store them with a leader feeder, and I'll put up together a few of these for you, and I'll show you it before the end of the night. How about that? Give me a minute to tie a few more of these, okay? I will show you. These we use these green leader feeder boxes, and they're just absolutely awesome for bead leaders, for egg leaders, which is what I'm tying because I'm a little bit light on them right now. Do you got it yet? Is it up yet? Let me know when you're ready. I'm trying to catch up so I can show you guys this because I need to tie 13 of them real fast, of which I'm gonna do.
All right, I think I'm ready.
You think you're ready?
I think I'm ready.
All right, we're gonna cut to a quick commercial break of one of our newest and latest products, brought to you by Jordan, and then we'll be right back.
Maybe we'll see.
We'll see. If Clint goes on strike, we won't be back, and then y'all can blame Clint.
Okay.
Go to it.
You're still hot, Mike.
Still hot, Mike. People can hear me. Blah 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 blah.
Hey all you addicts out there, thanks for tuning in to another addicted fishing tutorial. I'm Jordan Knigge, and if you haven't hit our subscribe button, tap that little button right down below. Turn on those bell notifications. Here at Addicted Fishing, we want to bring you great, entertaining, and inspiring content for fishermen and anglers all over the city and the county and the state and the country and the world and even the universe. Today, we have a really interesting product that we've worked with some of our partners at Honey Bucket to develop, the Addictive Piss Jug. Now I know what you're thinking, why do I need an Addictive Piss Jug? Well, let me tell you. We've done a lot of great things in testing and research with Addictive Piss Jug. First thing I want to show you is the handle. We've got a strong handle that won't slip out of your hands and won't tip over in your boat, and it's really important not to drop your pee. The other thing we've done is we've used a very large open girth mouth here, so it accommodates all kinds of fishermen, all girths of fishermen and skill levels of fishermen in your peeing. So if you have a solid stream or a slow stream or any kind of stream, this is the jug for you. Now you might be wondering, why don't I just pee in the water or just pull over and pee? Well, let me tell you some of the things that are really important to know about peeing when you're fishing. Did you know that urine contains all kinds of unnatural scents that stifle the fish bite? And if you are fishing through a rock garden or boulder garden or savage garden or stump garden or frugal garden and you dump your urine in the water, that you can actually change the chemistry and microbiology in that water to impact a variety of kinds of specimens of fish. Now this is not the right thing to do for the environment. And here at Addicted, environment is important. We want to have a sustainable fishery long term, and if everybody's peeing in the water, then that's not good for the fishery. Now, you've heard us talk about the foam is home. Well, we want you to leave your foam here in our piss jug because peeing in the river is gross. Now, we've also got coming out a attachable hand sanitizing station for this piss jug. Now, if you're anything like me and you watch one of your buddies peeing in the boat, and then he comes back to you and says, hey, can I get a handful of your trail mix? That's disgusting because we know he didn't wash his hands. Now you can support your buddy, keep him hungry, keep him from being hungry and happy all day by using our Addicted Piss Jug. And it's coming to stores near you, also available on our website, and watch for our live feed. We'll be giving a few of these away as well. Stay fishy.
Who is this guy?
Oh, up to people watching for sure.
Let's see how many people checked out. Now that we
No,
went to our
there's
first-
715 now.
That's our first commercial.
went up.
That's our first commercial for our live feeds ever.
Wow.
Just thought it was funny.
I'm proud.
It actually went up. Okay, I gotta read something. When's the GoFundMe going up for this? There will not be a GoFundMe going up for that. Is this for real? Yes, Ryan. Go on our website. We charge $24.99 for a Tide bottle with a sticker on it. Whole adapter needed. Keep going up. I want to read some of the comments. We couldn't read the comments because Clint screwed it up on the way out. Keep going. When it's called chumming. Who is this guy? It's Jordan. Come on. Didn't that not look like Jordan?
Best
Jordan's not
introduction ever.
What is it?
Oh, just all the great comments.
Oh, God. Keep going. Keep going. Jordan 2.0. Get this guy a gig.
We'll have to do a collab.
All girths. Oh,
All
God.
girths.
Oh.
Michael Hensley, thanks for the super chat.
What's he say? Asking for a friend. How's the fishing Saturday? Oh. Oh.
How was fishing Saturday?
No, he's fishing with me Saturday. That's right. Let's just say if we get a lot of rain, it's going to be good. If we don't get a lot of rain, it'll probably be good. But I think it's going to be raining, and that will help. Like, I mean, it was good today, but yeah, it'll be good, Mike.
People want
Yeah,
more.
keep coming. Yeah, come on up. Come on up. What's that now?
People want more commercials.
People want more commercials. If we
Dude,
can,
we should.
if we can get Ben Adams to make gems like that all the time. And special thanks to Ben. He's been a long-time supporter, good friend, and client of mine for many years. That was a gem. What'd you think about it?
I thought it was
That was
fantastic.
pretty funny.
Oh, yeah, I loved
think
it.
It was pretty
Minus
good.
the garden frugal part.
The garden fruit, savage garden, frugal garden. Look, Clint is so
A little bit of fame.
Did you get in a
Clint
fight with
just
your
gets all
girlfriend?
mad.
or something, or like what's going on there, bud? Are you all right?
No.
Is everything okay at home?
He's just
No,
mad 'cause-
I'm still pissed at you from last week.
He's just mad because he hasn't given her that ring yet.
Oh, hey, shh! Don't talk about the ring yet. Don't. Oh God! Don't be running behind here. 6 foot. 6 foot away. 6 foot. 6 foot. 6 foot, boys. Everyone maintain. Maintain. Anyway, it's straight savage. Yes, it's pretty good. Come on, Clint. Stop crying. I know, right? You make ads for it on TV. Yes, that one's going on TV. This. Oh. Okay. We're back on track here. Let's talk about some leaders. So, how do you store your leaders? Do you even pre-tie leaders?
Yeah, I pre-tie leaders.
Foam roll or leader feeder?
Leader feeder.
Leader feeder guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll kind of mix them at times. It depends on really what I'm doing. You know, usually bait hooks are always pretty much going to be the same size in our situation. A lot of times, I probably what?
I just hate all of you. Go
The
back to
comments
fishing.
are just
Yeah, go back to
unreal. Sorry.
It's all right.
Back to fishing leaders. Jordan doesn't tie them. Cam does. All right. Wow. Next.
Are you
What?
amused?
What are you trying? What? I didn't read that.
I like to tie leaders if I'm going to be bait fishing a lot or bead fishing. You know, if it's not the technique I'm going out to really, you know, I just try to always have them in there. But I don't like, my biggest thing on not pre-tying a lot of leaders is I don't like that line sitting around all the time.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
the biggest thing. I don't like my line because it's
I don't
if we're in
tie-
the rafts or something and you're opening your box or your bag or your cooler a lot, everything's gonna get wet. Stuff starts getting frayed. Or in the summertime, especially, the sun kills stuff in a matter of days, like 12, 14 hours. And especially we have our racks on our trucks and stuff, so we'll put a lot of them up on top of the truck. And I do notice with that, like, your leaders go to crap fast, and so it's good to have those, but it's good to also
Yeah,
wait
like
every
some
2 or 3 days to pre-tie them. Don't tie 100 of them and then let them sit
I see
around.
some of these guys like at the start of the season, they'll tie like you'll see like 1,200 liters.
I like
and
freshies,
stuff.
for
And I mean,
sure.
I mean, like, I understand if you're not like, yeah, you gotta be careful with them. Like, you can't just throw them in the boat, sit them in the sun for a week. You know, yeah, for sure they'll get
Yeah.
ratty and get grimy and stuff. I do agree with that for sure. But that's why, yeah, I also kind of tie as the conditions go. Like right now, I'm tying like my Chinook leaders on like 10 and 12 pound test. I mean, really light stuff, but shoot, hopefully after this week, it's like, oh yeah, 25 pounds, I'm just going to jack pull them right into the boat. Like, you're not even going to care anymore. And I don't need to have 3,000 10-pound Chinook leaders, you know, because obviously you're going to want to see, you're going to want to have a little heavier line. So
Where can they get those leader feeders?
that's a good question. I did see them at Bob's last time, but I'm not really sure on that.
They're a
one. And you
bendable
can-
product, correct?
Yeah, I say you can go online and search leader feeders. So, all right, let's go ahead and let's do this real quick, Clint. Just because it's such a good little thing, and I needed to tie a few for tomorrow anyway, so I figured I'd just sit here and talk to you guys and do that. So one thing about this leader feeder is the way I store them is you have to have them all be the similar length. It does help. Real fast, we got a super chat here. No one has mentioned the swivel that broke on your plug when you had that Chinook on, Jordan.
Well, we didn't really talk about that in preparation kind of stuff
Yeah.
for the high water and all that.
Well, that
But
clue
we
people
did
in on that real quick.
we did in the podcast. So we were filming a podcast, and I kind of spaced talking about that. But another good part, we're going into this high water. A lot of people commented plugs on their high water techniques. Now is a good time, and that exact thing, if you guys didn't see it, we did a 48-hour challenge that just came out on our YouTube channel. Go check it out and watch. No spoiler alert, but I lost a fish because of a mechanical or a gear error, a gear failure, rather than human failure, and that really drives me nuts sometimes because all those breaking fish off, breaking knot, hooks breaking, swivels breaking, all can be avoided. And it's laziness usually that promotes losing fish that way. And that's what really irks me and gets me mad when I do lose fish like that, because it's all avoidable. But I can't stress it more this time of year, because a lot of times if you guys were fishing your plugs and fishing your different things you're going to be using in these next few high waters, odds are they got wet, you threw them in the box, and you threw them in your garage, and they sat there and possibly rusted unless you're using mustad hooks. But it's a good time to go in and look through all that stuff, because I lost something that was going to be food due to a little bit of a rusty swivel. Just snapped the swivel right now.
Yeah.
Didn't even see it coming. So.
Well, like you said, you were talking about that on our podcast. It just kind of set a reminder. It's like, I'm going to go through my plugs probably just, as we're preparing for the season. That's something to look at, making sure all those hook points are sharp.
Because for
sharpen
you and
them
I,
up too, because if they've been sitting all year and, like you said, get a little moisture in there, rust them out. If they get a little dull, you just want to be able to take them out of the box, put them on, because when your hands are in your garage and they're warm, and you're just dinking around getting ready, you'll take the time to replace that swivel or change that hook out, right? But everybody's done it when you're on the water and you're
moving your kicker around,
just
trying to get the rod.
Boom, put that stuff out there, and you're like, screw it, I'll be fine. And the next thing you know, you're starving for 48 hours.
Yep, exactly.
It cost you. It's a good lesson.
It really was.
Yeah. Well, if Clint was here, I'd go to side cam, but he walked out, and I'd show you guys how to do this. But
Do we know how to do
I might be
that?
able to figure it out.
Let's all wait for Clint. Let's all not say anything, and no, don't you dare touch it.
No, it's easy.
Okay, Mike's gonna do it. If the feed ends, you guys, it's been great talking to you. We'll see you next week. But Mike's gonna try something here. He's gonna try to go to side cam. Here we go.
Side cam. I see it. Should I just press
I
it?
think so. Let's see what happens. Nothing happened.
Nothing
Oh
happened.
God. Press that.
Button?
I don't know. Maybe hit that. Yeah. Yeah. We wanted to go to side cam, but
How do I go
Clint
to
left.
side cam?
Don't touch anything.
I hit side cam and nothing happened.
No, you don't hit side.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Way to go, bud.
There you
Way
go.
to go. Okay. All right, side cam. So I like to use these little leader feeders, guys. I tied my egg loops. These will hold 26 liters individual hooks. They've got these little notches up here for the hooks. But these things are fantastic, because what you do is they only will hold real similar sized leaders, and you take out these, basically they're hair bands. But they have their own little rubber band. And you put these hooks, you line them up in there, and you run the leaders in a pattern. I'll show you that pattern. You wind them up, and this will fit 26 leaders up to about 5 foot long. And a lot of times like this, I have 3 foot 12 pound. I write what hook I'm using. And I'm gonna do a little new mustad, new steady hook. It's a 2/0. But I always kind of write the hooks and the pound test that I have on there, and I just scribble them out. And you can actually take hairspray and clean this off if you really want to. But I always try to keep track of what I got. Like right here, like for instance, like this is a bead one. I got some 15-pound new number 2s, and then obviously I switched that one to 15-pound. But you can kind of get an idea how the hooks will feed in there. And then when you pull one hook out, only that hook will slide out. And the advantage of this stuff over, the advantage of these over like a foam roll is your hook points stay out of the foam. And if this gets wet, this can dry out. Where like foam rolls and foam leaders can't really dry out. Like when that hook point's in that foam, it stays wetter longer. It can damage your hook points. You can make stuff that's not sharp. You can get some rust issues. And then also it seems like with foam rolls, depending on the quality of the foam roll, when you wrap it up, they eventually like get memory on the foam, and then they don't hold your leaders tight. They start kind of popping loose and start kind of being annoying. But like Jordan said, you know, we don't generally tie thousands and thousands of them for a little later on. And these you can compact, because like right there, you know, I could have 52 liters in these 2 little boxes, like right here, ready to go. And I don't think I can pack 52 liters in a spot or a size this big, you know, with foam rolls. So I really do love using the leader feeders. If you're a glass bead guy for steelhead fishing, you can see I still have the glass beads tied in there, and so this will work well even with those bead stops on there. Or you can have like a small corky, or you can have a small, you know, like a little rubber egg, whatever you'd like to use up there. You can have some small, you know, terminal gear on these leaders, so it doesn't just have to be a bare leader. You know, it's obviously you can't do like big spinning glows and stuff like that, but like for your drifting gear, like your tributary gear, these things are fantastic. And I'll show you guys how to load them real fast. So what I'm going to do, I tied 13 of these red 2/0s here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just load these up, and I'm going to just drop them all through the line, all through that hook there. And it's just going to take me a second to do. I usually just try to do them 2 or 3 at a time.
Well,
Go
while
ahead.
you're doing that, there's a question in the super chat for
Okay,
Jordan.
perfect.
Yep. Can you guys recommend what to use other than flossing, which I hate and I am against, when silvers are not biting eggs or twitching jigs? Man, everything else, you know, when you're not hitting eggs or twitching jigs. One thing I really like to go to, that's kind of, we mentioned a little bit earlier in the feed, is especially if you're at those hatchery holes and in those areas with a lot of fish, is to switch to those Hoochies. The thing about the Hoochies is they're very, very sporadic, even more sporadic than say like a wiggler or something of that resort, like a spinner or something like that. And also, definitely don't stray away from a spinner, but if you want to keep twitching and you want to keep doing stuff like that and be active, I would say straight towards those Hoochies. One, they're easy to change colors really, really fast, and that's probably a big part of it, is you can cycle through 5 or 6 different colors, try different things. Also, again, they are very sporadic and they go by the fish really fast. So if the water's clear or there's a lot of fish and you need to weed through a lot of them, you're bouncing that thing around, it's shooting and darting around and going through and by the fish, and can kind of spark up a bite if you have a bunch of stagnant fish in a big hatchery hole. So that's what I would do. And then if they weren't biting, I'd sit back and just watch them jump. And just enjoy the show.
Yeah, cohos can be fun. I would move, you know, I would suggest moving to, like, if you're in like one of those hatchery holes in one of those spots. I somehow did not clip a leader that was the same size, so you guys are watching how we're loading those up.
Talk them through what you just did there, though.
Real fast, moving water. I think moving water helps coho bite, so I would maybe move to your area or move to a different type of water. Yeah, you might see 100 of them jumping in a big deep pool, but you might be able to go back into that tail out where there's some water moving or some riffle and pick off the only where there's 2 or 3, but those 2 or 3 want to bite versus the other 100 that sat upriver and didn't. So I think sometimes that helps too. Basically what you guys saw me do there is I took all the leaders and I ran them down one side and I just made an X pattern. And then once I got to the end of the leaders, you can kind of see how the ends just kind of curl up there. I just kind of shortened them off and just stuck them in the side there. And then what I do is take these 2 bands and you hold them. And you can see I just loaded 13 liters like that quickly.
What's that? I was gonna just talk about the tension, because you can see, like, I think When we started selling those on the website, everyone complained, but they were loading them wrong. They were doing it like too tight around
Yeah,
those posts.
you should not. These shouldn't have to be. You got to do them taut, but not super tight. And then if you do like a 3 to 5 foot leader, I just load them in. Like, I mean, they're not. It's not that tight. Like I can pull them out with 2 fingers, and they don't. I think there is a little bit of like technique to loading them the correct way, and you're gonna have to experiment with them. But the bottom line is, like, when you do that, I mean, you saw how fast I just loaded all those instead of individually just wrapping them, having to sit there and wrap them on a foam roll. You can do these things really, really quick. The pips, yeah, pips is kind of similar to this. I like the pips too, but pips kind of get a little too much tension if you got really long leaders and a lot of them. I don't think you can store like a, I mean, can you put 28, 30 liters in a pips?
No,
You know,
not making a mess.
Yeah, not making a mess. Yeah, so like that, this is just another variation. But like I said, they're super cool. I've got like 20 of these things, ready to go. Beads, hover rigs, like that's all I'm actually going to tie. I don't really need any more for tomorrow. But yeah, not too tight. Yeah, exactly. But yep. Yeah, it comes with instructions. Can't find leader feeders.
And there's
at
also there is some
Amazon.
YouTube videos if you look at how to use a leader feeder. He did a formal one that really kind of walks you through it as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they're super cool. We probably even have a video on our how-tos somewhere on YouTube.
Possibly.
One of the 700 videos. Yeah. Let's see here. I think we're gonna start wrapping this up. We got one more giveaway. We got 750 you guys watching. And is there anything else you want to talk about in high water?
no,
I mean-
you just get out there and try. I don't think that we keep saying high water, but I don't believe the
We're gonna
forecast
get
until
that
I see
high.
it. But it's gonna rain. It's gonna be a great time to go fishing, you guys.
I think
Go
some
out,
of the
get your
coastal rivers
jigs.
are gonna get high.
Yeah. Well, we
Because they're
need
calling
it.
for an inch of rain in the valley. That always means like 2.5 in
Right.
one day up there. So I think you coastal guys are gonna get pretty wet this
Wonderful.
weekend.
But stick on it. Go out and fish. Go get your jigs. Go get stocked up. If
Scroll
you-
up just half second, Clint. Sorry, keep going. Sorry.
No, you're good. Go get stocked up and have fun this weekend. Go out and go get you some fish. Fill up your freezer if you can. If you got some hatchery fish in
down.
them.
Yeah, and hopefully everything keeps coming in the way it's been doing that. That's for sure. All right, let's do one more giveaway, and then I think put a bow on it and go get some sleep and get ready to go fishing again. Tips on catching fish while the river is rising.
Pinch points. Pinch points
Get in
and
their
stay
way.
put.
Get their
Yep.
way, stay put, let them come to you.
Yep. That's about it.
Give away Marlon's truck. Okay, we will. I will give away Marlon's truck for $100,000 right now.
It's being hard to ship.
I'll ship it for $100,000.
I know a guy.
Yeah, 3 inches of rain by Monday on the coast. Yes, it's gonna be wet. Wet, 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 wet. Hit the banks. Yeah. Maybe get a little higher in the rivers. A little more focused on fishing the areas where these fish are going, not where they've been kind of waiting to go. Yeah. Yep. I will give away his car for $100,000 super chat. Actually, no, it's got to be
No.
direct to me.
No, he said.
Give away little.
Oh wow. You wish.
200,000.
Never.
Never.
No price.
He's a human.
Yes, he's
He's a
invaluable.
human.
Come here, Tiny. Come here. Come here.
Fish will be on the move.
What's
Yep.
our question? Are
What
you
is our
fishing this
question?
weekend?
Can't wait for 4 a.m. Saturday. Headed up to a local creek to bounce some eggs. Yeah, maybe that's the other thing we need to talk about next week. Is maybe we need to do our annual like fishing etiquette one. Because I think it's time that guys.
Oh
are
yeah, I
starting to
had some guy
contribute.
really trying to get beat up today. So yeah, it'd be a
By
great
you?
time for it. Yeah, takes a lot to get me mad too.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, he just kept crowding me, and there's nobody on the river, and he's been doing it the last couple days. So if you're out there, just stay the heck away from me, dude. No, I'm fishing, and he comes up and he did it yesterday. Like nobody for you can see 3 miles up the river. We park, and I'm like, okay.
Was
There's
he
not
fishing the
any
same
holes you
technique?
like to fish up there another 100 yards where we're not like next to each other. And but etiquette's a big one. And we're twitching, we're getting a couple fish, and he comes around us like he's being polite. He's gonna go above us, goes like 100 yards above us and drops anchor and backs into the spot we're twitching. Sitting on anchor, and he's then starts letting out lines. And I'm like,
yeah, but you were 100 yards away drifting through.
not even. I wasn't drifting through. I was like, motor was in gear. I was going back and forth on a foam line. You know, I wasn't leaving. Obviously, there was no reason to leave. There's a bunch of fish, and so, but yeah, so etiquette like that. Doesn't matter if you're above them. If you're still too close, you're still too close. And if there's a bunch of people on the river, it's one thing. But I couldn't see a boat. I hadn't seen a boat in 2 hours. But that's the way it goes.
But maybe that was an anchor. Maybe that was an anchor spot, not a twitching spot.
It's not true. It wasn't an anchor spot. It was to him.
Aren't you supposed to drift and get out of the way and let the next guy drift? Or if you were just going back,
He wasn't
and forth
drifting.
logging the spot, maybe
He was on anchor, Clint.
You said after that.
What are you talking about?
Maybe it's
You're not
just
listening.
for you guys.
Huh?
I'm not. They gotta come up with their question.
All right. What's their question? Somebody fishing this?
This opened up a can of worms. There's like everyone's talking about. Yeah.
All right.
What are we giving away?
We're gonna give away these 2 short bow flashers.
And the Knigge wax.
Oh, no, just the Nick wax.
Just the Knigge wax.
Yeah, flashers are irrelevant. Somebody's gonna get.
Spinners are irrelevant? How
Somebody's
dare
gonna
you!
get- Yeah.
Blasphemy!
Maybe
Get
we
the
should
hell out
start
of here.
casting
I hate
these.
you. That's right. Spinners don't catch any fish at all.
Oh, but last giveaway of the night, you guys. Nick wax, absolutely imperative thing to get done this time of year, unless you got a brand new jacket. I know I need to go home. I've taken a couple of these home. I need to go get my stuff ready for this rain, because my rain gear I haven't really worn since last May or June, and it's not going to work very good. I can tell you that much right now. So somebody's going to get nice and dry for this next weekend. What's the question? So we can get out of here.
Boat and bank. Boat to bank etiquette should be discussed too. Yeah, usually it's always a good one. I think we need to do it next week. We'll talk because
Yeah, that's a real fight. I can go down a rabbit hole on that
Oh
one.
yeah, and usually it probably needs more than 1 week, but we'll usually bring out some diagrams and just talk about some situations and yeah. I mean, if that guy was fishing there, did he ask like, "Hey, mind if I anchor here?"
No, he did it on purpose.
No, he saw you catch.
Because he did the
there.
same thing like 2 times yesterday. So I slid him
In the
below him
same
and caught
spot?
more fish. No, in a different spot.
Oh.
Again, I was like way upriver all by myself, and has fished the same hole. And I'm like, come on. You could have gone upriver to the next spot, and I'd be back
see,
out of here.
That to me,
and he's like diver and bait fishing and stuff, and like hogging the whole spot.
He's seeing you catch a fish, and then
Exactly.
See, that
It's
to me is like you need
I
to
know he
learn-
knows it's a spot to catch fish, but he doesn't like. You know, I'm not like saying I'm
Usually
teaching
the
him
best,
where to
usually
fish.
the best fish finder is just another angler reeling one in.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. See a bunch of fish caught, you're like, ooh, this is the spot.
Yeah, and I know he
Yeah,
must be
that's-
fishing there before me, but it's don't come in and throw off the program. But who am I? I had a good day anyways. Can't ruin my day.
Yeah, I can't ruin my day. I'm just reading some of these quick.
He's in love with you, Jordan.
How about when you're trolling a line, someone trolls straight at you, not watching? Probably been accused of that once in my life.
Yes.
But unless it's Clint, then I purposely do it and I don't give a shit. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Too
I
many people
purposely
are doing that on the
purposely
river.
run right into him and don't even care. Don't even care.
So good, buddy.
All right, so what's the question? Are you going to be
Question.
fishing on the boat or the bank this weekend?
No, that's dumb.
Stupid.
Joking.
That's a good one.
What if they're
Let
not
us know.
fishing this weekend?
Just comment that, not fishing.
Comment just boat or bank.
Yep.
Just totally lie.
Couch.
Couch. I'm gonna wait for it to not rain. Couch.
Yep. Couching some sleep sounds really nice right now. I didn't even make it. I was so tired yesterday.
So glad I didn't help you guys with that question because that was dialed.
Huh?
You guys make fun of my questions.
That was a great question.
That was a great question.
Oh my
Look at all these people
That
you have
was
to
a-
look at all these people you have to choose from now.
No, you guys are going. Oh my god.
Here you go.
I guess
You're
we're gonna
welcome.
go with the question because like
They loved it.
8,000 of you
The
answered.
people
What are you
loved it.
fishing, bank or boat
People's
this
choice.
weekend? Perfect. It's a good question.
Or not at all.
Jordan, that's a great question.
Thank you.
That's a great question. You want to know why it's a great question? You want to know why it's a great
'Cause
question?
It's already asked.
I would pat you on the back, but that's like COVID stuff, and we don't want to do that here.
You're too close.
But you know what? You want to know why it's the best question ever?
Why?
Oh wait, hold on a second. One of these.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh,
There it
God.
is. Best question ever because Clinton didn't come up with it.
No.
Yeah, naturally.
I should have known.
Oh god, the people are going nuts here. And we broke the main feed so I can see the YouTube ones. Holy hell. Oh my gosh.
Apparently it's going to be busy out there this weekend.
Apparently the rain's not keeping everyone off the water. We talked about it too much. Darn it. Oh, weird. It's going to rain in the Pacific Northwest and people are going to go fishing. Strange. I'm not. I'm just going to stay home. Mike Hensley. I'm just going to sleep in Saturday. Go get brunch. You want to go get brunch? Go wine tasting?
Oh, brunch.
Brunch.
Yeah. Sounds good.
That's a lie. I'll let you guys tune those in here.
Okay, Clint. Get ready.
I'm not picking.
You are picking, and you're going to stop
I'm
being
not
a
touching
whiny
the button.
crybaby little
Mike can hit the
bees
randomizer.
natch today. You are really like pouty.
I'm not pouting.
Look,
I'm
just pop around the question, dude. Like, you just need to do it. You've been like this all day. It's stressing you out. Just get it over with.
You just need to pop the question. You need not be so stressed out.
That's a
Look,
good one.
Look, bro.
Yeah.
You want to play ball? We're going to play ball, man. Holy crap, you guys are still tuning in. Oh.
These are exactly what I needed. Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
What's that? That's too big.
That's smaller than what comes on them.
Yeah, that's the one. Size 2? Size 2
Yeah,
shorty?
look.
Yeah, these are shorties, though.
That's fine, right?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
What's that?
What's the difference? In the
Short
hookup.
shank.
In the hookup.
Oh, I don't know. Probably nothing.
I feel like it'd be less drag. You fish better.
Boating stuff looks great. Are you guys brothers? No. I
No.
do not look as good. Come on.
And we never will be.
I can't do the hair. I should try it. So boat. I just bought a drift boat. So boat all weekend, baby. Yeah, get your
Awesome.
feet wet. Get after
Congratulations.
it. I fish every day. Steelhead maniac. Hell yeah.
Way to go. You're a steelhead maniac.
I have school and is Clint on his.
Every day. You guys are all idiots. Okay.
Oh, do a
Okay.
carp fishing video. That would be good. If we knew anything about carp fishing, I'd love to do one. I've caught them before, like on accident. We caught one plunking sockeye. Apparently everything likes my coon shrimp. My son caught a giant carp plunking. Let's see here. A wheelbarrow and trolling motor boat. That'd be fun. Like, how risque can we, like, not try to kill ourselves this winter catching a trout? Let's see here.
All right, Clint.
Okay. Mike, you want to supervise the randomizer?
No.
Supervise-
Mike, yeah.
Get
Get out of there. Keep going up. Keep
Too
going
late.
up. Keep going up. Oh, did you already pick one?
Yeah.
How did it pick one that fast? Chris Payne. Chris Payne from...
Oh, I know that guy.
I know that guy.
Really?
What's up?
Seriously?
What's up, Chris? Really? Really, Clint? That's such a terrible pick.
That's who you picked?
Like, Clint, that's such a terrible pick.
You guys are
It's not a bad pick for Chris Payne because you just won yourself some Nick Wax by emailing us at orders at Addictive Fishing, but it's still a terrible pick because Clint picked it. There you go.
I don't pick it.
Yes, you did.
I push the button.
No.
You guys are idiots.
Dude, that was a terrible pick, Clint. Terrible.
Okay, bye, night. See you on the
Terrible.
water.
Terrible, 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 terrible,
Yeah, I'm
terrible,
gonna turn it
terrible,
off.
terrible, terrible. Come on, Clint. Woo! Yep, Chris. Yeah, email us orders at addicted.fishing and let us tell us what you want. And so, any trips, any openings, people get a hold of you, anything going on till Thanksgiving, just chill out.
Off the map. There's some days in November, but those will organically go away, I'm sure. But already, I'm sure, as you booking winter steelhead. Getting
Yeah.
quite a few people starting to ask about that. So
Don't sleep on winter steelhead.
yeah, if you want
Last
those,
year was fantastic.
if
and
you
it was
want
out of
those
the blue.
February and March, early March dates and all March dates, now is the best time to call and scoop up, multiple of those days, because the signs, all the signs show that we're gonna just keep having some fun days of fishing ahead of us. So
Yeah,
all the way
no,
into
I
winter,
think- yeah, big run. It's
big
we have some
fish.
awesome content too, and
Yeah.
awesome stuff going on the YouTube channel. If you're new here and you're just tuning into this live food, I'm
Live
hungry.
food. Yeah,
Live
me too.
feed. Be sure to go back to the main channel, Addictive Fishing, and subscribe and check out one of the 700 videos that are already on there, and new ones coming every week.
Thank you guys.
Grenade
Appreciate
fishing
ya.
101. Hells
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Pitchfork
That'd be
challenge
fun. I wonder if that's legal anywhere in the States. Is it?
for sea lions.
Oh, sea lions. Yeah, naturally. Naturally. Perfect. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. We appreciate all the super chats. We appreciate all the support. Check out the store, addicted.fishing.
See you later, guys.
Later. Good luck this weekend. Stay safe.